Alright, lads and lasses, I'm Eccentric Racer. Now I'm back on Forza Motorsport 4, continuing on the King of the Mountain series. Now, I'm not showing the car that went up last time, the Lamborghini Gallardo, mostly because I already recorded a bit where that was the last car to go up. However, a comment came through requesting this, the 05 Ford GT, so their wish is my command, so that's what I'm doing. I'm sending this car up. Yeah, so I did have another car that's already ran up. Don't worry though, that was a four-wheel drive car, so you'll be seeing that in a couple of weeks' times. So yes, don't worry about that. I am not sending a car that's rear-wheel drive that you're not aware of. It was a four-wheel drive car, so yeah, I will not panic whatsoever. So yes, this is what we're going to be using. Fire Del, your wish is my command, so that's what we're using. The 05 Ford GT. Now, I have a feeling this is going to be really good. Ford GTs have always been very good in racing games. The racing games have always been in. They're actually very, very quick cars. I mean, in the later Forzas, they were a meta car. I can't remember so much about Forzas back at this time, but you know, I reckon this stands a very good chance at easily beating 440s. You know, probably going quicker than the TVR Tuscan. So let's enough about that. Let's get on to actually building the thing. So there's no engine swaps. We do have just a supercharger, which I'm going to leave in, because to be honest, I'd rather run a supercharger than I would a turbocharger. Let's go on some nice race compounds. At the back, we're going to have good, lovely 335s. At the front, we're going to have 225s. Okay, gearbox, I will come back to, I think. Yeah, I'll come back to gearbox later, because I know the gears tend to be a bit longer in the GT. So, weight-wise, we are quite heavy. At £3,400, I am going to go for a race weight reduction, because, well, that just seems beneficial. Remove a good, what, £600? Yeah, £620 from the car. The gearbox adding that much PI worries me. But I'm going to leave it out. I'm not going to put in the gearbox. What I am going to do instead is add a little bit more power. And, yeah, can I get a whip? I can. Right, I'm just going to check something. Am I going to want a gearbox? Or am I going to eke out a little bit more power? I'm just looking at 0 to 60, 3.2, 7.2. I know it's the launch, but you know, the launch is just as crucial as you know, the acceleration. 3.27 seconds. We actually lose top speed. Huh. No, I'm gonna leave it out. I'm gonna leave out the engine, the gearbox. So we're gonna have a little bit more power. No. It's a little bit too much. Can get almost 600 horsepower in the thing. Yeah, I can get 600 horsepower, which I think, well, roughly. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll give it 600 horsepower, put in a sport drive line, can't get away with the race one, and there we are. That is the Ford GT built. 600 horsepower and 544 foot-pounds of torque in a car that weighs 2,700 pounds. So it's not the lightest rear-wheel drive car, but under 3,000 pounds is pretty good. Pretty good for a car. So yeah, let's take up Fujimi Kaido, see what it can do. Right, okay, here we are at the base of Fujimi Kaido. Going to have 3 attempts to beat the TVR Tuscan with that 437.267. I do think this can do it. If any car can beat that, it's going to be this. 4 GTs have always been good handling, good power, and, you know, actually pretty good in terms of PI. They've always been very strong cars. So, yeah, I reckon this can do it. Does sound good, this car. But let's not get distracted with the sound until we get in the tunnels. Let's send it up, see what runs we can get. Actually, to be honest, that launch is pretty good. Oh, there's the launch. There's the issues of the extremely long second gear. Probably because I shifted a little bit too. Oh yeah, the power band as well. I need to remember, American cars definitely need to short shift in them. A lot of short shifting required. Which is why, to be honest, I tend to run a supercharger. Because it's just better for the power band. Let's see, acceleration, this is actually very good accelerating over the little red chicane second there. Little red S's. Come on, let's get you up the mountain. I am a big fan of the GT, actually. The new one as well is quite nice. I'm not a fan of the new one's pop-up spoiler. I will admit that. I prefer the newer Ford GT in terms of looks with the pop-up spoiler down. I think it's a little bit just too small. It's kind of like the 177's pop-up spoiler, where that's just really too small for the car, in my eyes anyway. But the old 5 GT, I've always liked the look of it. Even when I saw it as a concept, I just absolutely love the thing. And yeah, it is a seriously great car to drive. Come on, right, let's get up the 4 hairpins now. It is actually very, very planted on the power. Never mind, not so planted. However, supercharger helping us at the bottom end. Having none of that turbo lag is going to help a lot. Just keeping the power nice and level. Nice and, what's it? I cannot remember the term for it. There's a proper term for it. It's nice and stable anyway. Actually very good for the river chicane there, carrying a good amount of speed. Going to go on the brakes quite heavy. So not really too sure. You know, first run is learning, and then the second run is sort of learning a little bit more, and then third run absolutely gun it. 50% hairpin now. Just got to keep the back end in check a little bit. However, you know, it is doing well. It's doing very well actually, trying to get Fujimi Kaido. Absolutely incredible sound, especially the supercharger. Absolutely incredible supercharger noises in this. I do miss the older supercharged noises that we got. Absolutely incredible. Oh, right, okay. Let's not get distracted by the sound. Let's focus. Now head up towards the Wolfville car park. I did lock the brakes a little bit there. Just got to be easy on the power, like so. Let's not let the back end step out a little bit too much. Actually, really nicely tucked in to the corner there. Come on, let's slow you down and get you up. That's more like it. Come on. Up we go. There. I'm just leaving a second for the time being. I know, to be honest, it's already pretty stable, and it has a supercharger. So, you know, I'm going to be fine leaving it in the lower gears, but I'm trying to get as much acceleration out of the car as possible. And plus, the gears being pretty long, it's actually all right for the power delivery. It's not all just going to be, you know, nothing, everything. So, you know, there is that. However, let's get you up the uphill straight, carrying good speed. What speed we're going to get? Lovely. Rear-wheel drive cars again, about 139. This is doing about 134. So the acceleration isn't quite there compared to some of the cars. However, it is not terrible. So really, what we're looking at is good handling, which it really, really has. Come on. Let's get you up. Oh, a little bit of a Wonky run there. Let's get you up. Come on, round the penultimate corner, the final left-hander. Boot it now, the final corner. Got to do a little bit of a lift, the understeer. There's a little bit there, across the line. And that was a if it was a 338, that would be bloody amazing. But a 4:38.601. Right, that goes faster than the Lamborghini that we sent the last rear-wheel drive car by a second, and it does as well beat the All 37. This is really good. This is a really, really good car. So currently, second place. Am I going to find, though, 1 and a bit seconds? I've got to find 1.4 seconds. That's a lot. But now that I know what the car's like, I can be much, much braver. Right, let's get a much better launch this time. There we go, just like that. Going to get a little bit of understeer into turn 1. Let's go over the turn 2, head up towards the first bridge tunnel. Listen to that glorious V8. But immediately we're going to have to worry about the braking into this that very fast chicane there. Made it through alright. Come on, I'm going to understeer wide a little bit. Oh, we're going to get it into second gear. Short shift a little bit. I probably should have just left in second for the time being. Get that little bit more acceleration. But we are still alright so far. The back end keeping itself in check as I am squeezing all of the power out of this thing from the glorious V8. Oh god, come on. Here we are. Do that little chicane section. Oh, the back end was wanting to step out a little bit. Let's go over that small crest. Yep, the back end stepping out that little bit more. Believe it in second. Use the supercharger to its purpose. There we go. We're through there alright. Slam on the brakes. Absolutely stops this thing. It's incredible. Get on the power, ease it. We didn't need to shift down. Am I going to have to shift down? Yeah, I'm going to shift down for there. Oh, come on. Onto the power now. Head up towards the 4 hairpins. Carry good corner speed. And then we're going to have to slam on the brakes and get it round the 4 hairpins. Yeah, the back end is just absolutely planted. And the supercharger as well is going to be helping a lot to get it through. Oh, I broke a little bit wonkily there. It's going to run a little bit too wide. It's going to lose a little bit of time there. Ease it onto the power. Out for hairpins up towards the river section. Go through the river chicane. Stick it into third. Keep your foot flat. There we go. Look at the speed of this thing. Leave it in third. Shift down into second. Round the right hander. Head up towards the 50% hairpin. Nice and tucked in. And slam on the brakes. Go wide. Tuck into the apex. Oh, the back end's going to count. Just drag itself out a little bit, but it is all under control. There we go. We are through there, into third, through the second tunnel. Brake in the middle of the tunnel and fire the car out of the left-hander. Come on now. Let's set something impressive. Oh, the back end stepping out. Did not like that little transition there. There was a little bit sharp of an uphill section. Oh, come on. I am now squeezing. I'm now asking a little bit too much power. Oh, I'd braked too early and turned too close on that right-hander. Let's get the second waterfall. Let's get the waterfall car park section correct, though. A little bit better. I've no idea if this time is quicker or not. That little knock on the wall is probably going to cause that time lost. Now that I've gotten braver, I'm now probably pushing a little bit too hard. I can probably leave it in second gear, have that little bit more stability. Like I say, use the supercharger for its purpose, because it's still going to get good acceleration. Oh, come on! There we go, round there. That's more like it. Just got to be careful with that final left-hander. It's actually sharper, and there's a little bump on the inside, so you can spit your car wide into the wall, lose a little bit of time, keep the stability as we now race up the hill, put it into third. Come on, what are you going to do, Ford? Do something good. 134 again. I could probably be a little bit braver on the brakes, just run across the little bit of the dirt on the inside of the corners. Just leave it in second for this section. Oh, the back end stepping out a little bit. Wheel spin. Oh, did not like that bump at all. Got to shift it down into first. Get onto the power through the final left-hander. Onto the power yet again. Round the final corner. Not lifting, not lifting. There we go. That was incredible. 436.5. That is 2 seconds quicker than we went last time. Good Christ. That's actually faster than, what's it? The Audi Quattro, the benchmark car for the four-wheel drives, and the GMC Cyclone. It is actually faster than some of the four-wheel drive cars. This is seriously good. This is going to take a lot of car from the rear-wheel drives guys. From the rear-wheel drive cars to beat this Ford. This is doing so impressive. Right, final run. Let's see if we can push for a 435. I've just got to be more careful with the power. Just leave it in second a little bit more. Use more of the stability of Gear 2 and the supercharger to, you know, help it through. Right, okay, through the chicane, alright. Oh, I ran very wide, but I'm just going to leave it in second. We're going to get a little bit more speed. I'm going to shift up a little bit earlier. I think leaving it in second was definitely the better call. Even with the power band requiring short shifting. You know, I think I just shifted at the complete wrong time. So I just need to be wary of the just the small sharp camber changes. You know, because it will spit the car wide, it will spit it sideways. There we go, that's much better through there. And the car stayed absolutely planted. I'm just being a little bit more careful with the power delivery. The back end stepping out a little bit too much. You know, I carried good speed, and it's just small bumps waiting to catch the car, fling it sideways. Good through that section. Again, heavy on the brakes. Just leave in second and then go back onto the power. Use the long gears for the traction. 4 hairpins. I ran a little bit wide into the first part, but that actually allowed me to straight line the double apex of that corner, which did allow me to carry that few more miles an hour into the first part of the 4 hairpins. So that might actually work out. I might have to keep that line in memory for next time. Come on, let's get you up towards the river chicane. Let's leave you in second and then shift up that little bit later. There we go. I think I was short shifting a little bit too extreme. I can get away with just using a little bit longer of the gears. Head up towards the 50% hairpin now. This one I will leave in second, so that can be the better call. I don't know actually. The acceleration still seemed pretty good though. Yeah, the acceleration was actually very good out of there. Oh, right, use third just because of the sharp change in elevation. I don't want to spit the car sideways and just spin the wheels, wasting power. I am going to have to shift in the first around here. Just be easy on the throttle. And then when we've got an opportunity, use all of the available power, all of that 600 horsepower going up the mountain. The wide rear tyres really helping the car out, along with the long gears through the waterfall car park. Oh, I just heard the tyres start to lose that little bit of traction, but all of it was able to be easily gathered back together. Leave it in second, possibly. Yeah, just I think the car is ever so slightly bottoming out over the bumps. Go wide and then tuck it in for the second part. There we go. That's better. Yeah, second gear has been extremely good help through here. Oh, I've just got to be careful of that section. There we go. Yeah, back end stepping out. Did again, but we are through there cleanly. Just be sharp on the brakes. I think I was a little bit too late on there, but the car is still in one piece, we're still in one shape. Let's use a little bit more of the rev range, try and get that few more miles an hour out of the Ford. No, I'm probably too cowardly on the brakes there, but I just saw, I could feel the back end just wanting to step out a little bit, but all of it was caught back together, so I'm alright with that. Got to slam on the brakes. Oh, the back end stepping out. Got to put it into first, just get it through the right-hander and then through the left-hander. On the power now. Are we going to get a sub 436? No, we are not. In fact, we went slightly slower on the third run. I think I used second gear just a little bit, probably a little bit too much actually. I think I could have been a little bit braver out of some of the corners. Really use, I could just hear the AI crash, well done. Really use a little bit more of first gear, get that acceleration at least out of the corners. Probably some of the faster ones I could shift down into first, get the acceleration and then put it back in the second. So yeah, a little bit of a slower final run there, but it is now the new fastest rear wheel drive car. This was seriously impressive to drive. And so the Ford GT is going to be the fastest car up Fujimi Kaido for the rear-wheel drive cars, actually competing against some of the four-wheel drive cars as well. That 436.5, placing it 7/10 over that TVR Tuscan. It was a seriously impressive car to drive. I absolutely loved it. I did expect it to do very well. Ford GTs have always tended to be very good cars, no matter the game. You know, they get good amount of power. They can actually put that power down very well, and they're just good around the corner. They are just very solid cars wherever you go, and it certainly proved it here, being able to just trounce the competition and actually, you know, scare some of the four-wheel drive cars as well. However, that's going to be it for me. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, do the stuff the YouTube algorithm likes. Thank you so much for 300 subscribers. And until next time, ciao for now. Oh yeah, there's a link in the description, by the way. Join the Discord. However, that is it from me. Until next time, ciao for now.